Welcome to Day Trade for a Living. Day trading is an excellent concept of creating constant income from the financial markets, and we share systems and systematics with you that allow you to trade with mechanical rules and critical price turning points, putting the odds in your favor. So therefore we'll go into the details and explain how to do it, but also why it is difficult to make a constant income day trading. We are for more than 10 years in the trading education business and can say trading is not easy, but it's learnable. Unfortunately, most short-term traders are losing money, and we want to give you an insight of why that is and how we come to real numbers. If you write us to contact@neverlosttrading.com, subject 76%, because that's the frightening number. 76% of the short-term traders are losing money. We give you the background on that. I don't want to elaborate on it. I want to go into the dough today. Yeah, so take the chance and write to us and we'll get back to you. Let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Thomas Baumann. I'm the inventor of the Never Lost Trading concept, and I want to make you aware of the risk in trading and that I'm here as a trader and educator, not as a broker, dealer or financial advisor. And also, Never Lost Trading is not a promise to never lose a trade. It's a concept of trade repair. The name Never Stop Loss Trading was just a little bit lengthy. With that said, let's go into the details. The key question is, are you profitable as a day trader? When you are, bless you, then just continue what you do. If you are not, then what Mr. Einstein shared with us, if you do the same over, why do you expect a different result? So change is inevitable. Follow our journey to how can you turn trading into a successful endeavor. We're going to focus first of all why it's difficult, and second of how it can be done differently. If you want to be a profitable trader, first and foremost, be open-minded and learn what works and what does not. Learning to trade is a question of the mindset, and we want to share some experiences over the years of why the mindset is hindering to learn in a lot of instances. If you're not profitable yet, week by week, month by month, it's time for a change. Because many of the traders we meet, they say, I trade the 1 minute chart, but look, let the system define what is good to trade in certain relations rather than you determining of what to do. You trade for $100 price move, they might be good or bad. It always is system dependent of where to best enter, where to best exit, and how to bring the odds in your favor. And I trade after 10 a.m. only, depending on your available time of the day. There are moves that are easier predictable in front of it and even in the aftermarket. You need a system that gives you constant feedback of what's going on in the market and how you best can participate and where the key price turning points are. There's a key problem, and it has psychological reasons. Yeah? Why most traders do not confess that they are losing money. So let us go into the details. The worst trader is winning trades, and sometimes they go just celebrate those and hope they come in a higher frequency more often in the future. But is that a successful way when, on the other hand, losers way bigger than winners? Winners are infrequent and no documented average weekly, monthly results are kept, and there's a lack of system and sound decisions. So that's often the reality. It's just people don't want to confess it because, as said, the worst trader has winning trades and at times loves to celebrate those. There is a psychological reason for the big number of retail traders that trade short term that lose money and not confess it. Humankind needs to justify past actions, to not live in a contradiction and discomfort of having done wrong. Leon Festinger, the one who gave us this theory, he even goes that far and says that some people would inevitably resolve the discomfort by blindly believing whatever they want to believe. Yeah, so they make up a new truth. I had winning trades, absolutely, but did you have winning trades in the long term or in the short term? That's the key issue. So let us go through that background, and you might find yourself in it or not, and then find a solution that can help you. You have two choices if you're not profitable yet. Either you confess it and you reach out for somebody to help you, to get out of that zone of discomfort and make a move into the right direction. Or what you might not want to do, your other choice is by moving away from the subject matter, so trading isn't for you. Many who come to trading come with a wonderful work attitude, and that's good for work or for running a business. However, in trading, you need to be ready when your trading instrument gives you the perfect spot for scoring. It's very important, because you know the work attitude might get you that you want to trade 15 times on a Monday, and if your system is not going to give you those opportunities, you'll waste your money, period. So therefore you always need a good decision-making base, and the work attitude, I'm going to trade hard on a Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday, it's not going to help you. You need to spot the perfect opportunity, then be ready, execute your orders, and bring your profit home. Traders are probability thinkers. You have to bring yourself into the perfect spot where you have a high probability of scoring. When you in basketball, for example, always throw from 60 to 80 feet, you cannot expect your team to win. But indeed, you can have a grand celebration if one or the other scores and goes in, but you're not gonna win. And that's often what traders aim for. They aim for the fences. That's not how the game is won. Two critical issues on high probability trading. First and foremost, you need to know the probability of your system and the probability of the spot where you enter. But on the other hand, you also need to have the skills on hand to execute your orders so that you take the most out of a price move. When we talk about skills, what is meant? First, order execution. Best buy stop, sell stop orders, bracket orders with limits on day trades. Clear stop setting so that you allow for the natural statistical volatility of the instrument you trade to bring your trade to target, and leave the trade alone. After it is executed, you're not supposed to try to get in and change the one or the other, because all of this will lead to detrimental result, small wins, big losses. Success has a structure. Let me summarize it in 4 points. First of all, work with mechanical rules on clearly spelled out price thresholds for entry, exit, and stop. Use a high probability trading system which has proven the results at or above 65% winners. Price change is a result of a shift in supply and demand. Hence, let your system and chart tell when to buy or sell. Don't put the news in your head. The chart will tell how the news will be translated. Work at setups where risk and reward constellations put the odds in your favor at key price turning points. Yeah, easier said than done, but I'll give you examples. Let us go through some chart examples that you recognize why I'm saying let the chart tell when to buy or sell and how that can be put right in front of you. So the first example that I'm going to pick is going to be for the E-mini S&P 500 futures contract, and we'll go and set that up in a different way and manner. We call that chart a timeless chart because we trade for price action only. And I give you a little bit of theory in the background of why that is. I'm just showing you how it can be done, and I explain details further. So you see here, buy signal has a price threshold formulated by above 45, 10, 50, and then there is a goal, a gray dot on the chart. And that repeats itself. And when you see, okay, had you bought when the system says buy, that was good. Then we turned around and we only take an order in the market if that price threshold is surpassed. So you take a tick on top of it, and if it's surpassed with a buy stop order, we end the trade. If it's surpassed, which was the fact, we end the trade. So now to the downside, the same thing, and you see here these red crossbars. Red crossbars stand for where you place your stop. And you saw, okay, selling, yeah, makes sense, selling makes sense. So the system is telling you here in a perfect manner what you're supposed to do, being long or short in the market, and you follow the direction of the market to the upside. It's here formulated in blue, and to the downside painted in red. Here's a cut from the morning session, and you see here on the systems there's supporting elements floating. For example, is saying The price was in a containment, it breaks out of a containment, likes to break free, and here is a good place where you take your target out. So what you're looking here at is a price change of $350 on one contract. That's not a bad trade, isn't it? In a matter of a couple of minutes you had two wonderful opportunities, and in the afternoon, as you saw on a prior chart, multiple. But the key thing is also, when you work with us, we'll teach you how to consistently make your income and not take too many risks, and just focus on making constant income, dividing up what you want to do in a week, and then we'll work on it of how you get there. Surely this system works for day trading in other instruments. Here's an example for Apple, on a timeless chart, and you see here there's critical price turning points, and again, breakout of a containment, there was the stop, there was the target, and we have multiple opportunities, but there's also rules. Like for example, when you see here, this dot signifies a 3 spool level, and at the 3 spool level we're not going to enter into a trade because nothing goes forever, but the system is telling you when the instance is there. And here we did just mechanical rules in and out throughout multiple opportunities here for Apple, and you see we were able to capture the moves to the up and to the downside with many more winners than also a loser here on the chart. But this is how the chart can tell when to buy or sell. So pretty easy, selling here on the way down, stopping when a certain price level is reached, because then the market most likely rebalances that it went up. The chart just showed, but you also were able to capture moves to both sides, multiple in one day. And if you learn one thing here with me today is don't trade that often. Even so the chart is tempting, the trader with the least trades at good price turning point usually makes the most money. If you want to learn more about the details of the trade situations that I share here, we've written it all down here at neverlosstrading@wordpress.com here, so that's the domain, and there you find many more of our publications over the last 10 years, and it explains situation by situation and the rules to learn for trading with timeless charts. That brings us to the point, why timeless charts? We want to go with you and go a little bit into the background, why timeless charts give you an advantage over time-based charts. With the Never Lost Trading timeless concept, you are able to trade for fractions of a bigger price move. So that means we'll dissect the overall price move, or the system does that, into smaller manageable parts where in the long run the risk and reward and the odds are in your favor. That's the background. Price is a result in a shift of supply and demand, and so with that you'll have additional demand. Prices go up if there is no additional supply, and vice versa. If the supply increases, then the demand is not, maybe, and prices go down. So that's the background. But out of this we made a theory where we set up the charts pure price based, where time is not the major relevant factor. Why not? Because at the end of the day the market adjusts instantaneously to a supply or demand change, and with that we are able to follow through with our charts and formulate clear-cut strategies and decision-making points to put you at key price turning points. And we offer you, if you want to see how that works live and you're interested in working with us, then just write us an email and we'll get together with you in an online meeting to demonstrate the details, because I didn't want to make a too long video out of this here. When you're working with us, you will understand how to find price movers, how to define the entry, the exit, and the stop at the spot, limit your risk, dedicate yourself to time in a trade or bars in a trade here if you trade timeless, and we support that with multiple systems and strategies so that you always know at any decision making point what's your entry, your target, your stop, the time or the bars in the trade, and it has to be meaningful on the risk reward setups. That's what a lot of people are missing, and we support them for more than 10 years and made very many traders independent. In our education and coaching, we work one-on-one only with our clients. We tailor our systems to your specific wants and needs. So therefore, take the opportunity to either call the office or write us an email, contact@neverlosstrading.com, and request the demo, and we're going to show you how that can be a beneficial system and a beneficial method for you to day trade. We also work with people on longer term engagement, but today I want to really focus on day trade because that is usually where most of the money is wasted. We bring you lots of experience in different ways of trading and more than 10 years in the trading education business. So take the opportunity, contact at neverlosttrading.com, or read more into the details of our offering and our concepts and theories at neverlosttrading.wordpress.com. We have a lot of information that we share. So thank you very much for your attention. We're hoping to hear back from you, and just consider one-on-one training is our concept, so therefore our spots are always extremely limited. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Good trading.